Hi guys, I'm all back again. Welcome to day 3 in the life of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So today I actually started my day off at 9 p.m. Eastern. I unplugged my phone. It is at 100%. 2 hours earlier, I was using the Google Pixel 8 before going to bed. I wrapped up that day in the life. My plan was to alternate phone as soon as the other one died. Unfortunately, T-Mobile messed up my Pixel 8 upgrades. I had to send it back, reorder it. So for now, I'm just going to do iPhone over the next few days until my Pixel comes in. After that, I basically just went to bed, woke up in the middle of the night here and there just to feed my baby, but not actively using my phone. The next morning, I drove into Boston at about 10 a.m. Eastern. And so far, my experience with the iPhone 15 Pro Max has been amazing, and it blows any Android phone I have ever used in the past out of the water, as much as I hate to admit it. And here I am in my car. This is my single dad life car setup. I got my Pixel in the front, video chatting with my iPhone 15 Pro Max in the back. I could have switched the phones either way, it doesn't matter, not like I'm actively chatting. I just want to have the phone connected so that I can see my baby while I was driving. So kind of a cool method. I have a car mount in the front, car mount in the back. It does require 2 phones and one of the phones to have hotspot. Luckily, thanks to my partner Mint Mobile, I was able to have this setup. And for $15 a month, you can have unlimited data on your phone. And I think it is an awesome deal. If you go grab lunch in Boston, that's $15 for a sandwich right there. So just skip out on one lunch and you get a full month worth of unlimited data. So be sure to check them out in the description below. And this way you can help out the channel. So today, me driving to Boston and back, it is 1 hour each day. And I did not notice my iPhone overheating at all. I know there are some reports of the 15 Pro Max overheating. I believe the recent update fixed it as well. I think I might have updated my phone, so I wasn't really impacted. But just having video chat on for that long, 5G is draining data, the screen is on, and phone worked just fine, did not bat an eye. I know most people don't video chat for 2 hours a day, but I just want to push the phone to the limit and see how it performs, and it actually performs pretty well. iPhones have always been known for their optimized software. Everything is smooth and fluid, works efficiently, but I did manage to make it freeze while playing Pokemon trading card game. For whatever reason, maybe it's the game itself, but I just couldn't access any of the buttons. I'm just playing it, and all of a sudden, like when I touch any of the screen, nothing works, so I had to exit it out, restart again. No big deal, but I do want to point out that weird stuff happened on iPhone too. I know on Android, there is some weird bugs here and there, softwares get messed up, things freezes, and it happens on both sides on any phones, I guess. So anyway, in the afternoon, I drove to Duck Donuts. Pretty interesting place. I read an article about it. They make freshly made donuts to order, which is pretty cool. Right out the oven, it is delicious. Would highly recommend it if you guys have one of these location near you. I would try it for the one time. It does hit differently compared to just going to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and grabbing one of those pre-made donuts that's been sitting there for hours and not days. It does take 10 to 15 minutes though, but still worth it and would highly recommend it. Later on the day, I saw this magnificent tree with the sun peeking through. Decided to snap a picture on my iPhone, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And in addition to using my iPhone to video chat, having the screen on for at least 2 hours a day, I also use it periodically throughout the day as a baby monitor. Whenever my kid is sleeping, I just have the phone sitting on my desk, not charged or anything. I just have it on so I can monitor my baby in case he cries. I can just run over. And even after all that abuse, by 10 p.m. at night, we finally hit the 1% mark. Just remember that I started my day at 9 p.m. the night before. So legit 25 hours of battery life, 7 hours of screen on time. Couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that based on what I put my phone through today. And even on the best Android phones I have used, or the most expensive Android phones I have used, I've never achieved this amount of screen on time unless I do something weird with it. Maybe don't let it hit 1% and use it all the way through. Or I just have the screen on super dim, have YouTube playing all day, then I can achieve it that way. But this one, I was able to achieve this amount of screen on time just literally under, I would say normal users, but I wouldn't say this really normal, but just without making any tweaks to the setting, lowering the brightness or anything. I just use the phone straight out of the box, make very minimum changes. So despite all of that, it still managed to literally last through a full day and more, 24-hour day and more, not just a work day. And I just am absolutely blown away with the battery on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And all the phone reviewers that I watch, people always talk about all-day battery life on the Android phone. And this video is not meant to bash Android phone. I actually love Android phone and they are my preferred choice of phones. But it doesn't hurt just to see the other side, a different perspective, and see why people like the iPhone so much. I personally still like Android more, but just iPhone destroys Android just in terms of battery life. And I always hear reviewers say that all these different Android phones are all-day battery life, but that's not really the case. If you really use it normally, I don't know, I typically get anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. With the S23, with the S23 Ultra, I get 13 to 16 hours. That's under similar usage to what I put my iPhone through today. And on lighter days, I can push it maybe 18 to 20 hours. 15 Pro Max, super heavy usage. I'm literally getting 25 hours of battery life on a single charge. So really good stuff there, Apple. I don't really like the UI using the iPhone though. It lacks customization. The notification is so high on top that it's really hard to reach on this large phone. But I love having a phone that I don't even need to think about charging at all. If anything, at night I had to think about, do I even want to plug it in or not? But being able to go through a full day, all these chores, heavy usage, light usage, not even have to think about charging the phone. It is a great experience. And I find that the iPhone 15 Pro Max generally lose about 1% or so an hour. So that is really good standby time. So if the phone is at 100% and you don't touch it at all, it will die maybe 4 to 7 days later. Android phone, on the other hand, I tend to lose about 7 to 15% an hour. This is not scientific by any means. It's just a rough feel of how, when I use my phone and me just doing some quick behind the napkin math. But regardless, idle or heavy usage, I lose 7 to 15% an hour when using an Android phone. So another case of Apple efficiency at its finest. So even though iPhone don't have all the bells and whistles that Android has to offer, folding phones, the customizations, but at the end of the day, they get the core fundamental down. They have an incredible battery, they have an awesome camera, have a great display, and a really good ecosystem that keep people trapped in. So I see why people really love the iPhones. Alright guys, this wrapped up day 3 of the life of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let me know your thoughts, questions, concerns, any other tests you want me to run. Remember to check out my day 1 in the life of the Google Pixel 8 if you haven't already. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.